Hey, great day to you all. I hope that you've all woken up super grateful this morning and you were able to maintain that vibe up until now at least. And I hope that you've been able to tell yourself some great things to set that high vibe. Like you're amazing, you're magical, you can do absolutely anything. And if you're not feeling right, well, I hope you're telling yourself that you're healing. You know, it's really important to take the time to heal. It really is. It's more important than we realize. Yeah. Well, I had a great doctor's visit yesterday that put that in perspective for me on a huge level. You know, I didn't realize how much hope I give people. Well, it was explained to me yesterday how much hope I give people and how much of a perspective shift when people see what I make possible for myself when it comes to healing. Well, I had a great conversation with my doctor yesterday. And she made it very, very known to me that I am quite an inspiration. And not only to patients, but to the medical system. Because I change their view of what's possible. Yeah. So I had, in one of the past visits to my doctor, I had run into one of the amazing nurses that's a nurse practitioner. And she used to care for me when I had the flesh-eating disease all over my body, okay? Because I've had the same doctor since 2016 because my other doctor went private. So she referred me to this new doctor because my old doctor knew what kind of case I was, right? So it was personally given to a specific doctor when she went private. Well, that same doctor's been following me ever since. So when I had run into one of the nurses, like I was saying, the nurse practitioner, in a previous visit, and I had 5 minutes to conversate with her, and well, after that, when she intercepted my doctor, or I'm not sure, I didn't really ask the details, but they had a great conversation about she just couldn't believe, the nurse practitioner just could not believe, after seeing the actual holes in my, and watching me struggle and suffer through certain things, she said she never thought it would be possible that I would not only survive what was going on, but that I would be fully healed. And now, even with the outlook that I have now on life, apparently I blew her mind. I had to do that, take time for myself and say, fuck it. Hey, great job, Audie. Because you know what? Nobody matters more than you do, buddy. Facts. And we got to do that for ourselves. And I went to the doctor's yesterday and I was telling a little story just now about how when you take the time to heal, everything is possible and it changes everything. It really does. And how I've even changed the perspective of nurses and doctors, because what they thought was impossible, I've shown them it's very possible. So the doctor was even telling me yesterday that when people see how much I healed what I was told could not be healed, it gives a lot of hope for others, So she put that in perspective, because I was like, I feel like I'm not doing anything right now, And that's the hardest part, when you're somebody that's always doing something and, you're always busy with life. like I've been all my life, no matter what I've been living, you just, hey, you don't take that time. You don't, and you have to. And it's crazy because we drive ourselves into the ground, not taking the time. But the minute we do, hey, getting right inside of our being is the best thing that could happen. Best thing that could happen. Yeah, so I was told yesterday that they had a great conversation about what I've made possible, and it changes the way that they see things possible for others also now. It's not just me. Now where they thought that certain limitations were there and certain things, well, I've changed their perspective to a point where it changes how they practice their medicine. You know? So it's great. But I had a great conversation with my doctor yesterday. She really put it in perspective for me. She really did. Because I feel like stagnant right now. I feel like I'm not doing anything. But she was like, no, Toby, this time last year, you are sitting here as a completely different person. So you have to give yourself this time to not push yourself back into the state that you were in. So I was like, okay, no problem. Because it's not like, you know, I still don't have certain things going on with me, but they just don't affect me to the magnitude that they used to. Because I'm desensitized to them. So I'm used to what's going on now. But like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, because of this sinus stuff that I had last year going on that ate my whole sinus cavity, because I didn't have an immune system response. So it just kept eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. And I actually lost the line in my face and I lost the feeling and my face was drooping and all kinds of stuff. They told me I'd never get that back. And she said just that alone to see how my face works and she's freaked right out. It's like, it's amazing, you know? I said everything's possible. But taking the time to heal is really, really, really important. Because if you don't, you just accept certain things as they are. And they shouldn't even be like that to begin with. Yeah. So what's going on with me? Well, because I have no protective coating. And I literally have a hole through my bone. Because it's all bone in there. They put a camera up in there the other day. Not the other day. Last year. And there's nothing left in it for protection. That was then. My ultimate goal is to fix all of that and repair it all. But right now, because I have no cleaning capacity, because that's what the nose is for. It cleans your air and it filters everything and it catches all the particles and whatever. Because I don't have that, it affects my lungs. It affects my breathing. It affects my oxygenation and all of that. But my vitals were super great yesterday, so I have nothing to worry about but that. But usually when you blow your nose and it's clear, it's allergies. And then when it becomes yellow, it's slight infection. But when it's green, it's infection. And right now, well, it's been like that for a couple of weeks because of the change of weather and the mold of the leaves dropping and everything. I already know that that's why when I blow my nose, it's green, you know? And she even said to me yesterday, so what do you want to do about it? Because we know what happens. So what she meant by that is, because my body has been through so much that should the antibiotics not be sufficient enough, what happens is it just pisses off the germ. And it forces the germ to come back twice as strong. And that's what's been the problem for all of the flesh eating that I survived and everything like that. And it was because they kept giving me these antibiotics, but they weren't strong enough. So every time I do these bout of antibiotics, it would weaken my system. It would do everything. But then this bug, the staph would just kick back into hyper overdrive and say, no, that didn't kill us off. Well, now we're going to be extra vigilant. So she said to me yesterday, she goes, we know what happens with antibiotics with you. So what do you want to do? I said, well, I'm letting you know what's going on with it. I don't want anything for it. I'm just letting you know about it. But no, there's no, I'm not doing any antibiotics and I'm not doing anything like that because there is medical evidence right now that my body is healing completely. Medical evidence that my body is healing itself, literally. And I am not going to mess with that at all. You see, your body knows what it has to do. It really does. And the biggest problem in all of that is our own egos. What is that? It's the automatic programming that has been installed there. So what you got to do is you got to literally step out of your own way of healing, because we've all done it and we all do it. And that's what actually stops the body from being able to heal itself, is that we continuously remain in a state of imbalance. So you have to take the time to heal and be still within your being. Calm the waters up here so that everything else can calm in your body. Big time. There's like, my vitals are super great. My oxygenation, no matter what's going on, is amazing. The things that I've been able to do for myself, just and remain in a state of being okay. I think that's what freaked out my doctor the most yesterday. Was when she told me, she said, Toby, you know, it feels like you're in a rush to do something next. And I said, I am. I feel stagnant. I feel like I'm not doing anything for the first time in my life. Like, this is so not who I am. And she said, yeah, but you're doing the most important thing. And I was like, yeah, you're right, eh? Like, you know, because the magnitude, you know, the way I live with everything not existing up until yesterday, yes, I've gone through all of that. But because I sincerely, when I tell you it no longer exists, it's like I forget about it. Yes, like she was saying to me yesterday, she's like, Toby, you have continuously, over and over and over and over again, survived the impossible. Well, I said it wasn't the impossible. If I made it possible, right? So she said, you know, it's like the pendulum, you know, yes, it swings this way, and it's been like that for a long time for you. But with the proof of what you've done in a healing magnitude, it has to swing the other way for you. It has to. There's no way that things can get even close to how they were, because I've come so far from it. You see? And even, you know what? She also told me that the relationship that I was in, medically, I deteriorated to the point where I could have easily, if I had stayed in that another 6 months, I wouldn't be here. The amount of stress that it put on me. Okay? So stress is the #1 killer. And after being spiritually awakened and aligned and actually doing everything that I had to do and then deep diving into something like that, that was so imbalanced and so destructive for my being that medically, since I walked out of that and I left him, there's medical proof of even change. My vitals, my blood, my everything was out of whack because the situation was just fucked up. All right. So when I came out of that and I said, I need time to heal from that, my body is bouncing back better than I was before it. So my body has now started to heal in magnitudes that put me before the heart attack, before the flesh eating all through my sinuses. My point to all of this is, no matter what you've lived, no matter what your body has endured, you can heal. Okay? Now, am I finished my healing? Far from it. Because my body has been through so much that I have yet to heal both of my knees. I have yet to heal my degenerative disc disease fully in my lower back, L2 and L3. I have yet to fully heal the inside of my sinuses. But things are looking super. Super. She said that this is seeing me now and the state that I'm in now. I am in a, when I say that I am in a better state than I ever have been in my life, it's facts. And there's medical proof of it. Literally. So, when I tell you guys, it's so important to take that time, no matter what it costs you, because it's costing you more when you don't take the time to heal. Okay? And literally, your body, if you give it the allowance to do so, you'll heal. Because I'm healing. And not only am I healing, but I'm not doing any weight loss programs. I'm not doing anything extraordinary because I'm okay in my skin. And the way I see it is, if somebody else is not okay with my size, that's not my problem. Seriously, okay? But my body is dropping pounds naturally. Since I saw her in October, in the middle of October, my body has naturally shed 12 pounds. So we're December 8th. So October to November. So not even 2 months. And my body has dropped 12 pounds on its own. Because it knows what it has to do. I firmly believe it. I'm living proof of it. So, guys, give yourself the allowance to heal. And get out of your own way. Okay? See, that's one thing that I do. I don't get in the way of my body's job. I stay in my heart space. I don't go in my head about anything. I don't think about it. I really don't. Especially when it comes to people, places, or things. If it doesn't make me feel right, I don't do it. I'm not there. There's no discussion to be had, not even in my own being. And this is what I mean about getting out of the way of your own being. You know, we've been trained to think about everything. And think. No, your brain has a job to do. And unless you're trying to create something new for yourself, stay out of your head. Because if you genuinely want whole healing, you have to let your body do it. You can't tell your body what it has to do because you will mess it up. You don't know how to heal your body, but your body knows how to heal itself. So get out of the way of your body's healing. And it's very important to do that. And it's important to take the time to do that too. Not be distracted from things. Because we're always distracted. Think about it. Like you've been trained to do. Think about it. How much are you distracted from your own being every day? You know, so busy watching outside what everybody else is doing, what's going on, what's up. But are you taking a look at what's going on within your own being? Okay? And you really have to check that. Because it matters. Yeah, it matters. It really does. But, hey. So, a couple of questions answered also, too. Somebody saw the post yesterday about the Christmas tree and the closest thing I get to a Christmas tree this year. And they made a comment to me. So, I'm going to answer. I'm going to respond. Look, it's not a joke when I say that I don't have anything from before what I just lived. Christmas decorations included. I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the lights. I love the smells. I love the sounds. It's a joyous time of year. You know, I don't go with the religious aspect of it because, you know what? We are all the creation of the prime creator, and no one is more important than another, and we should all be celebrated daily. That's how I see it, and life should be celebrated daily. But I love Christmas, and I love the gathering of it, and I love that, you know, forget the presents and forget the whatever and the hustle and bustle of it all, but the smell of the homemade stuff and all the baking that happens from the heart. Like, Christmas time is not a time for store-bought cookies or muffins or any kind of treats. That's a time where people invest in their families with love. So it doesn't matter what the holiday is that they're celebrating. You know what I mean? Like, I love the smells of Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. I love the laughs and the families getting together and just the whole, you know, everybody eating together. And, you know, it's messed up because in today's world, what we have to also realize is, you know, for some, that's the only time they get together.
Pharma pricks.
That's the only time they get together. Okay? And that's, you know, anyway, that's another topic. You know, they don't stay in touch all year and they don't see each other all year, but they make the effort at Christmas, you know? I would rather people make the effort with me all year than at Christmas time. But anyway. Oh, wow. My phone is just going off the way it does all day long, every day. So, yeah. So don't get me wrong. It's just, I love Christmas. But unfortunately, this year, with the situation that I'm in, I don't have any decorations. I have one string of lights that is on my window, and I have the Christmas bag and my 2 stockings from my childhood that I have left. That's all I have left. But that's okay. Every time I go and walk my dog, I see all of what's decorated and, you know, like, I don't take things like that to heart. It doesn't matter. Those things don't matter to me. You know? I don't care what I have from what I don't. I have my life. So therefore, I am more than okay. Big time. Big time. And I'm healing right now. So I'm not supposed to be doing anything else. So what's healing? Healing is not worrying about what you have and what you don't have, or what's going to happen from what has happened. I stay in the now. And what's going on right now is I feel great. And that's all that matters. So I don't engage in beating myself up because that goes totally against healing. And I don't care what I've had to live. It's over. It doesn't exist anymore. And my body is always repairing itself. And that's what is happening right now, naturally. Because I have removed myself from stressful situations. But it's like the doctor said. You have been in a state of the highest amount of stress that one can embody with what you've had to live. So, I just don't allow the stress anymore. That's it. This is why I even made the choice to leave him. Is I had to, okay, am I going to stay doing this and allow it to kill me? Because I know what negativity and stress does to me. Or am I going to say, whoa, here, I can't do this. I really can't. Well, taking that step for myself, my body is in like a full-blown healing right now. Full-blown. So, she also mentioned to me, this year, my capacity to walk, like, yes, I've got inflammation in my joints, in my whatever, because of the wear and tear of what I'm walking around with. I am walking around with 2 knees that should have been operated on over about 8 years now. Okay? Literally. I have 2 leg braces that I have for my knees, like, that I don't wear because I just can't walk in them. They're not comfortable. They don't enable me to walk comfortably. So, but I'm out walking, like, it doesn't stop me. So, they'll heal eventually. But it's kneecap instability that I have. Too many times my knees have been dislocated. The ligaments and tendons and everything that holds everything together in my knees. Ripped, torn, shot. There's no stability to hold everything. And, well, I'm still walking around on them. Not operated. My body's totally desensitized to the pain. But she's telling me that even the inflammation is less now than it ever has been. So it's really, really important to take on that healing. You see, my point of doing all of this healing is not only to heal myself, but to reverse my aging, because I want to be as young as I could possibly get to be, again, as my grandchildren age. I want to be able to keep up with them. So within the next year, my ultimate goal is actually to bring back such a state of wellness for myself that I can enjoy all of the adventures to come. You know, and not having my knees or my back or my heart or this sinus stuff ever hindering me. So if you get out of your way, your body will heal itself. Yeah, and you can do it. So, I appreciate the post, the question about the post about the Christmas tree. See, I looked down because I've got some questions that were written down. But yeah, I just don't have any decorations. And you know what? It's better like that sometimes. Less is more, eh? You know, I'm like that anyway. Had I decorated for Christmas night, I'd take that stuff down. Because it's over and done with as of Christmas night. It's just... Okay? So, I'm not worried. But on the festive note, I want to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah. Whoever's Jewish and celebrating Hanukkah, wish you a happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays, you know. Yeah, so there was another question too. Where is it? Actually, no, I answered it. I pretty much answered it. But yeah, guys, look. You know, sometimes we feel stagnant. We don't we don't feel like we're doing enough. Because I'm feeling that right now. I'm feeling like everything no longer exists. So what's my next? Like, let's get on with it, you know? And my doctor reminded me yesterday, Toby, you just gotta chill. Chill. Let your body do what it is you're trying to do right now. Because if you take anything else on, your body's not going to heal the way that it needs to. And she said, you have a lot of hope because you have been healing yourself of things that people have been dying from for a long time. So, if I can only give you guys the hope that you can heal yourself by proving it to you, by sitting here telling you about it, well, then that's all you need. But when you feel like you don't have any hope, that's when shit goes sour fast. You got to believe the capacity of your body, which is to heal itself. Literally. You can heal yourself from everything and anything. No matter to the magnitude of what your body's been through. My body has been through the ringer. The ringer. And this is why I have to sit still right now. And I told her, I said, I'm bored, you know, I'm bored. I'm kind of feeling like, okay, well, I've been through all of this, but what is next, you know? Well, healing's first. So I shouldn't be worried about the what's next. Because while I'm worried about the what's next, I'm worried about what's coming. See, I'm not living in the now if I'm worried about what's next. Yeah. I have to give my body the allowance to heal. And my body has been through the ultimate ringer since, you know what? All my life. All my life. Literally. So when your body's coming out of survival mode, and my body came out of survival mode with my awakening, and then I put it right back into survival mode by allowing that relationship for myself. Now that I'm back out of survival mode again, I got to give my body the allowance to heal. So it doesn't matter about trying to get anything done right now but the healing. Literally. But it's happening. So give you guys, hey, listen, give yourselves the time to heal no matter what it is. You can't remain in a constant state of survival and not expect to produce those effects within you. Literally. And I'm not in survival mode anymore. I'm really not. And my body is fixing itself again. Literally. To the point where I'll say it again. Nothing is stopping me. Not my knees, not my lower degenerative disc disease in my back, not my sinuses, and not my heart. So, if none of that, and my kidneys, if none of that is affecting me, and my body is actually fixing itself, everything and anything's possible for yourselves. And you have to believe it. Okay? Because a lot of people's symptoms as the years go by, they get worse. And this is what I'm trying to make you guys understand. Well, if I remain in survival mode, they do. And your body's going to react to the causes of you feeling like that. But should you bring yourself out of survival mode into a place where you are okay within your being, and you find your baseline, and you keep that balance for yourself at any cost, your body will fix itself. So during that state, you can't allow any negativity to be fed into you whatsoever. That's what I'm doing. I don't entertain with negative conversations. I don't even watch TV. Listen, I'm a really big frequency person, eh? So I assist my body's healing with frequencies all the time. All the time. And they work. They work. They really do. You see, I don't believe that I want to grow old. No, I want to grow young because we have an immortality gene, you know. Yeah, do you know that the only way to extend your life is to feel joy? And when you stop feeling joy, you start dying? Yeah. That has to do with the telekinesis, with the telomere caps and everything. Your telomeres on your DNA determine your lifespan. Well, the only thing that extends those telomeres is joy. So it's really important to be doing and allowing your body to feel joy. Yeah, joyous. And I think that's why I like Christmas, because there's so much joy in it, you know? But I maintain a joyful vibe because I'm ecstatic and grateful to be alive every day. I know what I've done and had to go through to just be alive. Okay? I know that factually, first-handedly. So, really, I get that everybody, you know, strives for many things in this world. But my only huge goal right now is to strive for total healing and rejuvenation. Okay? And there's 3 different bodies that you have to heal. So don't think it's just your physical. You have to heal your mental body, your physical body, and your emotional body. Okay? Literally. So when I was talking about healing and coming out of the relationship, I had to heal my emotional body, my mental body, and now my physical body is following suit. You see, but you have to be able to allow those 3 to be at ease. In order for the 3 to work together, to be able to function right, to give yourself the balance to do the healing. Yeah, and you got to get out of your own way. So you can't think about it. You can't set expectations because your body knows. And what we're fueled by, the infinite unconditional love, loves you in totality and wants you to heal. So the only thing that's stopping you from that is your own way of thinking. Okay, so correct that today if you have to. So guys, on another note, that radio class last night was awesome. You know, I wish it wasn't every 2 weeks. I wish it was every week, but I'm sure that in the new year with the new rollover of the program, there's going to be more accessibility. There'll be more time slots, you know. But that class is awesome. Awesome. We actually taped something last night, so it was we recorded, so it was really, really cool. You know, I love the people that are a part of it. I love the experience in totality, and I love the learning. That is so cool. It is just amazing. So yeah, that was my my yesterday. So guys, set that high vibe. You know what? When you see limitations and stuff, understand it's only you doing it to yourself. All this I can't, Scrap that shit. Get it out of your vocabulary. Tell yourself you can. But if you're not feeling right at all, take the time to heal. No matter what the cost is. Because imagine the cost of you not taking the time to heal. That's the greater cost than just taking the time to do it. So, guys, I came out here, gave you all some lunchtime love. What am I going to do today? Well, I'm expecting somebody to come by. And, yeah, I'm just enjoying being alive and being in a state of healing. And with, factual proof of my healing yesterday for me. And, hey, this is all I need to do right now. Zero stress, no thinking about anything, just allowing things to be and healing. Literally, because every minute of every waking moment, I am allowing myself to heal. And you know what? That's the hardest part, though, is me sitting still, not doing something next. Because I am so used to, you see, while I was going through all of those medical problems and everything, I still hustled, I still worked, I never took the time to stop everything and just fully heal. Never. I always juggled my healing with so many other things. And that's why it's so important right now that I just don't do anything. I just enjoy being alive. So I'm going to do just that. And I'm going to enjoy the healing process, every moment of it. So guys, I'm going to encourage you guys, no matter what you are feeling, take the time to heal. Because, like she said to me yesterday, aside from the things that my body has to do and these limitations with the knees and the back and the whatever, I'm never sick. Literally. So these things have happened to me, but I don't get sick. I really don't. Because of the vibration that I carry. Yeah. So if you're feeling not right, if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling low energy, you got to start telling yourself some empowering things to lift up that vibe. Okay? Stop telling yourself that you are these states anyway. Because when you say this, you're commanding it. So, command your healing instead. Command balance within your being. You're worth it. And you got this, no matter what. And don't be so hard on yourself. Allow things to be what they are. And you know what? I am such a whole being, and I love myself to the totality that I do, that makes my healing very possible. Okay? And just make a simple choice not to allow things to stress you out no matter what it is. Yeah, and get comfortable with not living in survival mode. Because if you're fearful of anything, so fearful of what will happen tomorrow, fearful of not paying your bills, fearful of your health and what's going on with you, fearful of judgment of others, fearful of not being accepted by others, fearful of not making ends meet, fearful of not having enough food, fearful of absolutely anything, you're in survival mode. Yeah, and that's extreme stress on your body. You can't heal while you're in survival mode. Literally. It's impossible. Because you're in survival. Within your own being. Well, that's why I say you got to take a look at the belief systems that you carry about yourself. What are you scared of anyway? What means anything to you? So if you really want to heal, you got to change your beliefs about yourself. Take back the energy that you've been giving to everything and everybody, because you need that for your healing. You have to really do a cleanup about what means anything to you in your life, because nothing should mean more to you than you do. Literally. And you really have to invest in your own healing by actually embodying a thriving state within your being and not a survival state. And I hate to tell you, but while you're living in programming and conditioning, that is exactly why we have been programmed and conditioned the way we have been, to keep us in a state of survival. Okay? Because while somebody is in a state of fear, yo, Melody, yo, brother, lots of love. Yo, I just love everything I see you doing out there, eh? Boy, I see you up there grinding and hopping around on stage and thing. I'm like, grown man, strong, fit like that. What? Makes me get all curious, you know. I just gotta say it. Hey, dang. Experienced man like you know. You's a real man, you know. Grown man. Lots of love, bro. I just love seeing you out there performing and everything, doing your thing. Yeah, that's awesome. You fill my heart. Fill my heart. So yeah, guys, while you're living in fearful states of anything, you are living in survival mode. As long as you're in survival mode, you cannot heal. You can't. So you got to remove the survival mode. So how do you do that? You remove the fear. Because you shouldn't be scared of anything. Right? If you're walking righteously and you're speaking your truth and you're not stepping on anybody while you're doing it, well, what do you have to fear? Oh, what's happening out in the world? Nah, you know what? I'm not saying don't be sensitive to it, but don't allow that to cause you a state of stress within your being. See it for what it is, nothing more, nothing less, and allow it to be like that. Got to remove the survival if you want to heal. You can't heal while you're in survival. Big time. Hey, yo, Melody, I hope to see another song out there, you know. Yeah, I like them videos when you're singing out there and you put out those reels. Yeah. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Loads of love, bro. So, guys, look, I am the poster child for healing. All right? I really am. The doctor told me yesterday that I give hope to everybody, even in the medical community, because what I've made possible for myself has been deemed impossible in the medical community. Well, it's very possible if I've made it possible, don't you think? It's very possible. So, you know, I'm healing and I'm feeling great. So what does that bring? I'm ready for heart-filling experiences for the rest of my life. No more stress. No more. But you got to commit that to yourself. No more stress. There's no stress. What's there to be stressed about? You were given life today, a brand new person, brand new creation. You can create yourself to be absolutely anything you want to be. So, don't be trying to survive in a fearful state of anything and think that you're living your best life, because you're not. Set yourself into a thriving state, because that's what naturally we're meant to do. That's our God-given grace, is to thrive naturally. So if you're not thriving naturally, you are actually blocking that from yourself. So today, put the stress aside and thrive all the time, because that's what we're meant to do. And remember, guys, there's not one person that's more important on the planet than another. We all matter. We are all love in human form. We are all love having an experience as a human being to experience all of the emotions that we do, to experience and create anything that we want for ourselves. Hey, and if you woke up this morning, well, you're on the wake-up list. So then you matter more than you even know. Hey, embrace that stuff. Embrace your greatness. Embrace your healing. Embrace your thriving state instead of survival. No matter what is going on, because it's a choice. And when you calm your beings inside, like you calm the waters, like I said, I don't think, I follow my heart. I go with what feels right. And if it doesn't feel right, I fall back. Like that's my, and that's it. So I encourage you all to operate from that state too, all the time. Because you're worth it. And you matter. And you can have absolutely anything you want in this world. Absolutely anything. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. I'm healing. Like what I've pulled off medically in 3 months is, again, she can't believe it. She can't believe it. But believe it, because I'm better than ever every day. Yeah. Guys, I love you all. I want you guys to set that high vibe and have a great, amazing day. Because you know what? You matter the most. So if you're not holding that super high vibe, you're doing that to yourself alone. There's nothing doing that to you. And if anything knocks you from that vibe, you've given it permission to. So you can't give these permissions to anything external. You really can't. You just got to remain better than okay. So 0 stress and 0 fear. Because fear is what causes a huge problem. And that's why the programming and the conditioning puts us in that state. And that's why society is means to keep you in that state of fear. Because that is the easiest way to manipulate a human being, is to make them fearful. So, when you realize that you've been manipulated by the system and by the programming and conditioning that we all have been a part of, well, then you make those changes for yourself and say, okay, how was I easily manipulated to believe what I had been? Very easy. Okay, by the installation of fear. Okay, how did they make me a fearful being? Okay, well, the cops, the schooling, the whole government, the tax system, the expectations of society, expectations of family, okay, that is all how they induced fear. So you got to remove the fear. Throw it away completely. Be a sovereign being within your own being with 0 fear, 0 stress, 0 survival. Because when everybody's running around in survival mode, that's the easiest way to manipulate them and control them. That's why it happens. Oh, break free of that. I know I have, because I'm not scared of anything. Hey, I'm loved and connected to the Most High. Like, what do I have to be afraid of? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Because whatever's meant to be in my experience will be. But I think now I'm ready for a whole lot of love in my life, you know. Yeah. I think that's, you know, that'll be my next thing. Is to welcome love. Because you know what? I'm kind of tired of being alone. I really am. I told her that last night too. She's like, yeah, Toby, you bounce back from so much so quick. She's like, so, you know, I'm ready for a good relationship now in my life, you know? Intentionally good, you know? So, anyway, guys, I love you all. Set that high vibe. Get the most out of your day because you matter. Remove the fear. How do you know if you're a fearful being? Look, I've showed you guys over the past couple of lives how to take a pen and paper and write down the things you believe to be real for yourself. What do you give meaning to in your life that is stealing your power? God bless the soul. Hey, Roderick, I love you. I didn't know if you were still out here or not, but I'm glad you are. Lots of love to you. But guys, you really got to watch what you believe about yourself. What you're fearful of. What are you scared of? You got to watch what you're giving meaning to in your life. If you really want healing for yourself, these are the things that you have to put in order. There's no way you can heal without doing some inner work to find out what's actually blocking you from healing. So how do you do that? You take a look at it with a pen and paper. Write down what you believe about yourself. Write down the things that you've allowed to be fearful. Like, what are you scared of? Take a look at these things. What means things to you that you're leaking your power to without you even knowing? What is genuinely forcing you to not be okay? You gotta look at that. Because it's worth it. You know what? The biggest investment that I could have made in myself was the healing that I've done. I feel so amazing as an individual and so grateful to be alive. That is my running force of my life. And I really hope and pray that you guys can all get to that state too, because it's a magnificent place to be. It really is. It makes everything so much easier to live. Yeah, it doesn't belittle that there's a lot of things that are cruel and harmful going on in the world. But don't you think that there's enough of that going on outside of you to not do it to your own being? And this is the point of it all. We're already living in such destruction because things have to be destroyed for the new to be rebuilt. And yes, it's sad sometimes, but you can't embody that. You have to be okay within your own being. All the time, no matter what is going on, in order for you to heal. You really do. You have to. Guys, set that high vibe. I love you lots. Have a great day. Yo, Melody. Yo, we'll link up. Okay? We'll talk. Okay. I love y'all. Have a great day. Peace.